God's will, is it God's bill?
Arak, eh?
No, urap. Urap.
Arak.
Urap. Yes.
Arak.
Yes.
Telur?
Yang pojok.
Ya. Dan sayur? I mean, yeah, ayam suwir. Ayam suwir.
Tempe goreng.
Dua porsi.
Goreng mana?
Dan jagung goreng.
Dua.
Ya, dua. Dan selesai.
I think it's true that if it's God's will, it's God's bill, but I think it's a lot more dang relational than that. You know, it's like $1.50 for all of this. When you begin letting God write your story, it also involves money. And with money, you have to really trust God. When I moved to Kansas City, before I was working 2 jobs, and I was trying to pay off my car because I had a car payment. And God invited me to move to Kansas City, and I had no idea how I was going to be able to pay for my car payment and pay for the internship that God invited me into. And it was, the total cost of the internship was $5,000 for 6 months, and you can't have a job, and you just have to trust God for finances. And He invited me to do something that was impossible, but my little yes of faith, the Lord had a better story to write than I was able to believe, and I'll share a little bit about it right now. Ya, sekarang. Ya. 7 bulan.
7 bulan.
Ya. So,
Sekitar 2 bulan lagi.
ya 2 bulan lagi, dan bayi datang, dan keluarga mungkin di sini.
Ke sini ya.
Mungkin.
2
When I first began my internship, I owed $3,860. I got to save up a little bit of money before going, and at first no money was coming in, not at all, no money. And I started praying, and I remember a night in the prayer room where I was really upset. I was crying, I was so sad. I was like, God, you called me to this, and now you're not providing. And anyways, a kid called me, pulled me aside into a side room and was like, bro, God told me that you're supposed to be here. Another friend came into the side room as well and started talking with me, and I started opening up to him, and basically how it was hard for me to trust God. And people made so many promises throughout my life, especially regarding money, and they just never came through. So all this deep wound came up, and in that moment I was like, you know what, I just need to repent. Lord, I repent that I don't believe you that you're going to provide for me. And once I left that side room, I go to my chair and I open it. I open my Bible, and there's an envelope in there, and there's $378. And in the envelope it says, have faith, trust in God. As soon as I saw the money in my Bible, I was just in awe. As I opened this envelope, it said, have faith, trust in God. And that's exactly what I did. And I even just kept praying like, Lord, thank you so much, but I still need so much money. And I fasted one day, and the next day money came in, and it was just so powerful to see how fast the Lord answers prayer. It actually ended up coming to the last couple weeks, and my leader said that you need to pay or you're gonna have to go home. And during this time I was so upset. It's just so hard to have faith when not all the money's coming in. And I was like, know what, I'm not going to class today. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm tired. I'm going home anyways. So anyways, I take a nap, and then I have this dream. And in the dream, it's literally me and my dad in a car going up this mountain to get to the top. And I get out of the car and I start walking back. And my dad actually goes to the top of the mountain, and I just woke up and I knew, I was like, if he's gotten me this far, he's gonna get me to the top of the mountain. And I had such faith going through that day and just trusting that the Lord would provide. And someone gave me $100. Some random person gave me $100. I was like, oh, this is probably gas money to go home. Guess the Lord just wants me to go home. And the crazy thing is, it came to the last day, and we were in the side room, and they were praying for me to go home. And I was so bummed, but I was about to go pack my bags and go home. And these two girls walk into the side room, and they give me an envelope, and it had over $900 in it. And in the envelope it said, pay this and go back and your account will be at zero. So anyways, that's what I did. I went back and I paid it the next day, and I went back to my account, and my account was at zero. It's just so wild. The Lord provided over $4,000, and I had a car payment and car insurance this whole entire time, and he paid for that. And also the next thing that was really fun about this was I told the Lord, I told actually everyone in the internship, I was like, if God provides for my internship, I'll go to Bible college. And he provided, and I ended up doing Bible college. If it's God's will, it's God's bill. And he desires that we would trust him in our finances, that we would trust him as he invites us into the big things, the things that take risk, that take faith. At the end of the day, he wants our heart. And I just want to say, yes, if it's God's will, it's God's bill, but he wants you, and he wants to talk with you and for you to trust him. And I share all this today because I just believe if you're willing to say yes and step out in faith when God calls you to something big, that he will pay the way. And don't forget to subscribe to your boy.